And then they put these two people. Come on, man, please stop it. Come on, man, please stop it. You know, come on, man. Get on, man. Okay, great. Right. Okay, great. 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 Right up. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on. They went a little far. I will say they two tall black dudes. Come on, man. Come on, man. I love aRog and Roger Williams. But please, come on, man. Stop it, man. Tyler is a big man dude. I'm a big man. No, only great was up there. So it would lead me to believe that they were comparing. Come on, man. Stop it. Come on, man. Great. All right. Executive producer Charles Barkley. He fell out on the floor. My company compared them to American Express. They made that so this compares all black food. That's really tall black food. That's tall black food. The two eyes. I'm not still on with the first time. To the quarter of 8 dollars in the first quarter, 3 out of 10. Then it's the Suns where they could be 4 to 47 being over. Minnesota, you're both talking Timber Wolves, so who would like to have I'll go first to the
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Fields and the Miami Dolphins versus Aaron Rodgers and the Buffalo Bills.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Rodgers now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Long here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
The pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here complete to Kelsey. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now we have Kelsey slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Working with a 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now Joe Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll let this go deep for Rose. For the Miami touchdown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you can just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because our division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, Rodgers to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bruce Jones, and he's able to get back here to the 33-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Play action. It's Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A one-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Sanders. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now at first first down. Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's getting the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now Rodgers. He's got Long. His tight end complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Forced out to him. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Aaron Rodgers. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's problems for you as a defender.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Once again with Sanders. He'll get in. Touchdown Buffalo. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game.
Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want during the kick.
Good shots, whether they're mid-range jumpers or not, they're not caught up in the analytics of it has to be a three or a layup. Victorian French off the bench in. Edwards trying to move. Noel, shot clock at 3. Friends in the corner. It's a 3. Rebound by the leading Booker. And Chris Paul surveys and finds Booker 3. What's next? We'll make me a sandwich, okay?
When you order from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, Mozza lava crunch cakes, and medium two-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
We get to celebrate being together. Television, share stories. Whatever we have done over the past year.
When they want to return guy touching.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure running. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Elijah Mitchell, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they trailed the visiting Las Vegas Raiders, and that one's gone to halftime. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. There is an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gun.
He's interrupted out of USC because of a heel injury, so he's back out there tonight. Averages 3 points a game.
He's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 4 yards remain for second down. Out of the gun, Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second and goal, Fields. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert O, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rock
backup wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, and now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes on that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
That catch good for only a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it. And
Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. An option handoff given to Sanders. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Rodgers going to try and run. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Rodgers with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Kuna for the point after. And an important one that that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Being chased out left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd and 2, Fields. He'll go underneath here to his running back. Catch is made.
Showing had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Fields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this pass will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Johnson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers throw caught by Tony. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now. The game looks like it's going to go down the wire. Rodgers to throw. It's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They try to eat some clock and mix it. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Fields. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to take another shot here, and this one is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's going to be caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, Charles, they were close to the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gauton saying so long, everybody.
Edwards has kept this throw in 21 points so far. Having scored, Phoenix down by 2 Minnesota.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Hello, I saw you moving and I wanted to welcome you to the neighbourhood with some homemade biscuits.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's my mum's secret recipe.
You can tell me.
It's a secret.
Does it say that?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Call Geico and see how easy saving on homeowners and condo insurance. Surprising what sugar.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
Our fridge is a portal to the home.